How's it going, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Ask Your Local Electrician. Today we're on episode number 2 of a series called Should I Be an Electrician? So on today's episode, we're going to talk about the types of electrical work you can do. So there are multiple types of electrical work. When people think electricity or electrician, it's kind of hard to quantify what exactly is that person doing. What does everyday work look like? Well, in order to dig down and find out what that might be, we need to first talk about the 3 types of electrical work possible. There is residential, commercial, and industrial. So we'll just jump right into commercial. That's actually what I have the most experience in. That's what I came up in. So I can kind of tell you from the horse's mouth a pretty good idea of what that looks like. For example, we wired lots of dentist offices, hospitals, office buildings, schools, even supermax prisons, large multi-million-dollar projects that last months, years, several years at a time sometimes. Commercial can be long days, lots of weekends. The conditions can be pretty brutal sometimes when you're working in a building that you're working outside, getting the building ready, and then they put all the windows in and it's summer now and it's very stagnant and humid, and by the time they kick on the AC, it's time to get on to the next project. So it can be very frustrating, but at the same time very rewarding. So in commercial there is pretty good pay. Obviously these are larger companies taking on these large projects, which opens you up to have better benefits. Also, there's a lot of traveling. So if you're younger, if you like some adventurous type, if you want to get out there and see other states, that might be a perfect way for you to get started. The second one we're going to talk about is very similar. It's industrial. Now, there's a lot of similarities between commercial and industrial. Just when you think of industrial, think about a factory or a manufacturing plant. You're most likely going to be at one spot. There are businesses where you go around and kind of fix things or get hired out for certain ones, but most people who do industrial are actually hired by the plant itself. So here around Topeka, Kansas, we have lots of manufacturing going on. There's many places to work around here in industrial. Just get used to wearing a beard net, a hair net, safety glasses, earplugs, hard hat, the whole thing. So the best thing about this is it is a high-paid job. There are lots of benefits, and it's very consistent and secure. So if you're looking for that job long-term, family-wise, you want to make sure, hey, you know where you're going every day, you know exactly what you're going to be doing every day, and you're okay with that for the long term, this might be perfect for you. The last one we're going to be talking about is residential. It's obviously closest to our hearts. It's what we do. So there's 2 ways of doing residential. You've got a residential wireman, and you've got residential service. A residential wireman is going and doing spec homes. You're building a lot of homes as fast as you can, spending a couple weeks on one house, off to the next house. They're usually the same build out, so you know exactly what you're doing. This can get monotonous for some, but some people love it because they know what they're going to do. They don't have to show up and figure it out. So that's one way. Your residential electrical service technician, he's going out to homes and being Superman. We got a problem, power's out at this house, you got to go figure out what it is. Just know you have to be very good with communication. We build relationships. Yes, you're going to be the superhero, but sometimes you're the bad guy as well when you let them know certain things are broken that need to be fixed. Really, you got to be kind of good at everything to cover this base, because there's a little commercial on the outside of the house, you're talking to the client, and then you're wiring the home sometimes inside as well. So this is kind of an all-in-one. It takes a little more of a specialized person to get into this, but those are your options. You just got to pick which one's right for you, look into them, and maybe just go try them. The best way to do is get the tools on, get out there, and give it a shot. Hey everybody, thanks for watching, hanging out with us. If you have any more questions, or if you want to know more about any of these subjects we cover, go to our website at www.especialists.pro. There's tons of stuff on there to get you through it.